Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs, role-playing games, and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey, welcome to East Texas University, where our players once again are braving the mean campus of the East Texas University in Pine Box, Texas. We get to see today, all sorts of different things that are going to happen. And hopefully they'll be just as surprising to you as they are to me, because I'm just that prepared. To start with, we're going to draw some adventure deck cards. Woohoo! And I'm going to just work around, starting with, as I see you on the screen. So I'm starting with Martin. I'm holding it up without looking, and it says Lucky Break. And I will put that right here. Play this card to completely negate the damage from one successful attack on the character.
Fish needed that one.
Yes.
Or one of them, probably.
Tomo.
Love interest.
Play on a non-player character. The target eventually will fall in love with your hero. He or she may tag along on your adventures, appear intermittently to help in various ways. You may or may not, at your choice. Pete.
Let's settle things.
Let's settle this.
Oh,
which is play at the beginning of a combat round with no jokers. No character can soak wounds until a joker is drawn.
Ooh.
I don't know how popular that would make you with the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Fish. Last stand. Your character and all allies within 5 inches, so 10 yards, gain +2 parry and toughness until the next joker is dealt. That's not too bad.
No, that's good.
And last of all, Christine, who is not at all interested in getting a card. She doesn't even like bennies, really. But we'll give her one anyway. Inspiration. Player adds +2 to all trait rolls for the rest of this round. Okay, if you guys need to look those up again, go ahead.
What's the trait roll on its own?
So,
Trait? So not spirit?
So yes, your traits, like spirit,
Yes.
your strength, any of those type of things. So if you're going to try and break down a door, or
But
you're
not
gonna try
athletics,
and
like that.
lift something, yeah, that'd be a skill.
So it's not athletics, it is the actual base ability.
Yes.
With you. Woo! I like that one.
All right.
Right, so with my one, Anthony, Mr. Dean.
Last stand. Yes?
The last stand. Is that in effect straight away, or do I have to activate it?
You just say you're going to use it, just like you would a Benny. It doesn't cost you a turn. It doesn't do anything. So all allies within 10 yards of you would gain +2 to parry and toughness until the next joker is dealt. If you would like to use that now, that's fine.
Might as well. What do you think,
I will
guys?
just sort of turn this on its side, because unless there's a joker
No, we haven't
drawn,
actually been told where we are.
Yeah,
You can find yourself in your own bedroom on your own, playing with your toys or something. Be careful.
Yeah, but when we get into combat, then it will
you know what?
apply.
I think that this is not a bubble that eternally is around you. I think when you play the card, everyone that's close enough to you will use it on them, because that's much more restrictive.
Yeah, but it might
think
mean
so,
that
in
I
that
can
case.
last longer whilst I'm looking at Manny's girly magazines.
We could.
His stamina.
I'm just saying.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, Yeah, but my toughness has gone up by 2. So, you know.
So do you want to spin it now?
I think Christine will give me a disappointing give me one of those looks if I actually actioned it now. So I shall wait until somebody tries to kill me.
Absolutely. Better part of valor is to not get that type of look.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, for those of you who are just joining us and may not know who these characters are, I'm going to let them have a quick chance to say their name, sort of where they're coming from, their major, and maybe a little bit about what happened for them last time. This is still a thumbnail. We still aren't trying to spend 20 minutes, but if you guys could give me a couple of those little things, tell us a little bit about who your character is, where they come from, what their major is, and a little bit about what happened with them last time. And we'll start with Tomo and just work our way around.
Name's Tomo, and as you can tell, I'm from Galveston. My major is chemistry, and I major in keeping an eye on things, and
Your sound is very strange. I'm not
making
going to say
things
that.
as needed. I think I have a problem. Hold on.
Am I alone in hearing that? The sound is very
Bit odd,
Yeah.
yeah.
fascinating.
I'm going to have to...
Is that better?
That's much better.
Much better. Much better. Sorry to interrupt.
I
Good.
can almost fancy you now. Sorry, I didn't really actually take that much notice. You know, too much Guinness during the day is a bad habit.
And so, I'm Tomo, and as you can tell, I'm from Galveston.
That sounds good.
Sounds much better this time. And,
Yes, indeed.
Last time we did think you're from Galveston.
indeed. And I specialize in keeping an eye on things. And also in making sure that all of the equipment and all of the items that we need at any given moment seem to be to hand. Well, versions of them do, anyway. And as a chemistry major, I'm used to making things go with a bang.
I like it. And do you want to say anything about anything that happened with you last time?
Oh, yes. Last time I got to fumble about in the dark with fish, which was rather exciting. Oh, sorry, no, Andy. My apologies. It wasn't fish. It was Andy. They all feel the same when the lights are out.
Very good.
She
All right.
had some finding a Bavarian castle, I believe.
Ah, he did see something weird.
That's a story for another day, I think.
Fair enough. All right, let's move across then to Richie.
Yeah, Richie's from Yorkshire in the UK, and he's doing his major is in music, specialising in guitar, in strings and guitar. He likes to wear sunglasses and ride motorbikes. And last time he got to have fun with some speakers, and then got lost in the jungle.
Very good. All right, let's move up to Andy.
Andy Armstrong, majoring in psychology, but he'd rather be majoring in parapsychology. From the home counties of England. And last time he was fending off old octopus arms Tomo there. As we liberated a occult artifact of some description.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Fish.
Yeah, I play Charles Perch. He's from Cambridge originally. He's doing two majors. One is mechanical engineering and the other one is computer science. He's already done two. degrees back home, and as my colleague Grace has pieced together, he started doing his degrees at quite an early age.
Bit of a prodigy.
Mm.
What happened to you last time?
Last time I collapsed on a basketball court because the stress of my dreams, my nightmares, all just basically fell in on me because the woman in white told us to look for something and what have you, and I was absolutely fudged. And
Absolutely.
that's it, really.
Okay. In that case, that brings us to Grace.
So I'm playing Grace. She is from London, England, and she is a physiotherapy major. She's doing sports, athletics, and physiotherapy. She, last session out, she had a very interesting football game where we played on the misogyny of the opposition players.
Absolutely.
And whether or not they would ignore her and her threat, which they did. And she had quite a fun time showing them just what a woman could do.
Absolutely. In fact, that was wasn't that oh good grief, I just forgot his name. Who is it that suggested that? That was one of your guys'
That was Josh
roommates.
Haggis
Absolutely.
who suggested that.
That was-
Josh is in a group, a Psych 101 group, with Andy and Evelyn and Mira Gates.
That's right.
And they were doing a group paper. And yes, Josh had created a knitting pattern, which my coach had been able to interpret as a football play. And yeah, we
Very good. And if you guys didn't see that episode, it was really fun. Andy, how do you think that paper turned out? Can you give us a thumbnail of the findings? And
Well, I think we clearly saw that the underestimation of Grace, because she's a woman, despite her, previous star quality on the field, meant that they exploited a huge blind spot. I think no one on the opposing team expected her to take the ball the way she did. And I think the paper turned out really well.
I think you guys probably got an A. I think that's you guys all are pretty pleased with yourself and with Josh for coming up with such an interesting idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, Josh has
Big
been
thumbs
plugging
up for
away
him.
at another particular thing that he's been doing, and that is playing in a little bit of a band. In
yes.
fact, old Josh is a drummer. In your dorm room itself, roommate of Josh Haggis, because I just forgot who that is. That's you.
Andy.
He does have some tom-tom type things, just for messing around with. And he does have a synthesizer that's pretty small for drumming, just with his fingers on the table. And he does that from time to time. But you didn't really realize that was something that he did. And I'd like to go back to Richie and hear from him. And I'm going to put him on the spot for some creativity. I think so Richie and the roomies, I think, are working on a song. A new one.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Of their own make. But I think you're also working on a set dedicated to some band. Can you pick a band that you would have some covers of specifically?
Hmm.
If you want a second to think about it, I'll be glad to jump around a little bit with some of the other folks, unless you can just throw something out there.
There's too many to choose from.
Okay, then I will let you stew on that for a couple of
Yep.
seconds, and all of you will have to make me come back to him and not be not miss out on it. What I'm
Dig
going to
into the
start doing is
library.
going through a little bit of some of the things that are going on. First off, Andy, we find you at the start of this particular day, and I have not set the day in our calendar, but it's about a week. It is the Halloween weekend. There's not a football game. There are multiple parties that are planned for this weekend. But we find this early Friday, or late Friday afternoon, early Friday evening, before things get kicking off, we find Andy down in the basement of the. Let me really quickly go across and make sure I say the right words, because sometimes I don't. The AG,
archive.
absolutely, AG archive.
Mhm.
My actual university, when I was a kid, we had a president AG that was spelled that way, which is why I use that. So the AG archive, you're in there, and so is Margaret Winters. And I'd like a roll from you to notice. Is it notice or spot hidden here? Notice. No. Swear. Play one little bout of Call of Cthulhu and mess up
Notice.
your entire. Okay.
There's a 5
As a 5.
and a
All
4.
right. All right. With that, you have succeeded, and you have, in one of the books that you're just sort of sorting through, a loose leaf comes out of it that's got some markings and things like that, and pretty quickly you recognize it as a ritual. And this
Exciting.
particular ritual, after you've studied it for a little while, is for the spell knowledge. And the components for this will be chalk, a cup of human saliva, and an ostrich
Ooh.
feather.
Ugh.
Yeah, magic's gross.
Well,
Exactly.
Chalk.
He's gonna be sitting around his room.
you had a cup.
Cup of
which you
human
could put,
saliva. And sorry,
saliva.
what was the last one?
The rare one is the ostrich feather.
Ostrich feather. I like that
Yeah,
one.
we all
Like
go
the feather.
past Andy's
That's
room
a-
and we just spit in his cup.
Okay.
It's platoon.
Okay. Well, Andy's just going to immediately just go on eBay and order some ostrich feathers.
I thought you was
The
going to
rare
order some
thing. Exactly.
human spittle.
The rare
Andy,
thing.
and he's also setting up a spittoon at his door in the dormitory.
Gross.
I'll just get Fish to wear one of those while he's drooling over the pornography of his
Bacon sandwiches.
roommate.
Bacon
No,
sandwiches.
it's supposed to be spit.
Yeah, under your mouth. He'll just go under your chin.
Very
Okay.
good. So you now have that, and the kicker for this, and you need to remember, because if you look at that in the book, it says it lasts for 3 rounds. If you take a -2 penalty to that, that's 3 hours. If you take -4 penalty, it's 3 days.
I'll have a read up on it.
Absolutely. I thought you
And I
might.
think the one we got last time was Speak with Dead, wasn't it?
Gravespeak, yes.
Grave Speak.
And you have the components we've determined.
Yeah.
Fish,
Yes, sir.
you get a text. Actually, do you get a text? I think, did this particular person get your number? Dr. Carol Jane Minas. CJ.
No, it was Andy.
Yep. She was following
Andy.
after Annie. Andy.
And
You get.
she's got the hearts for Andy. Do.
And she will say that in the near future, if you're interested, she's going to be piecing together some broken pottery. Anasazi Indian, if you're ever interested.
P.S. You can trowel me anytime. You can
Grace.
dig my furrows.
Your car, as you're driving across campus, you go to put it on the brakes, and there is a grindy metal sound.
Oh, Richie's got his music on too loud.
Just so you know. Nice grindy metal sound when you press the brakes.
She's gonna message Tomo.
Yeah.
Hey Tomo, got any free time in the next few days? My car's making a really weird noise when I apply the brakes.
Of course. Get it fixed.
Brilliant.
I'll take a look.
You are the best. Thank you. That is amazing.
And that is this early Friday afternoon as well. Very, very good. So you guys can work on that sometime over this weekend, pending everything. Meanwhile, Fish.
Yes.
Saturday night is Hell Night. It's going to be the night where you've finished all your pledge stuff, and they'll take you off in the woods for some weird rituals, which you'll get a brother's name that'll be secret. You'll learn the secret handshake, blah, blah, blah. So you and the other pledges are, I'm not going to say you're excited because you're you, but the other pledges sure seem excited to finally have this over with. They're sort of tired of all the BS involved in actually pledging and are looking forward to the more fun parts afterwards. There is a period where they keep you up a couple of nights in a row when you would have probably preferred to be studying to go do different activities. They've made a whole bunch of little sacks of flour with just basically like cheese wrapper plastic, and they throw them at each other out in the fields like a little war. And you're like, okay, this is ridiculous, but just one of those things. So we've added those little color pieces. I'd like to know sort of what you guys are thinking about doing. I mean, you do have... Fish has got... who has the cross?
That's
It's
a good
probably
question.
Andy.
I think
I would
Andy's
think.
got the cross.
I mean, Andy had it last, so yeah, you still got
Yeah.
it.
Makes sense.
Andy's got that. And Andy, you do remember what it said on the clamshell case that it was in? There's a
He
name.
does indeed.
There was a name, yeah.
Nina
Name of the
Castle.
person.
It was indeed. Yeah. If you want the very brief run over of everything that happened, if you go to the overview timeline, there is there on Sunday, 10th of October. You went to the Roost, met the lady in white, Nina Castle, gold crucifix. It's all
Yep.
in there.
So you guys have a
Oh.
name.
Yeah, so we're going to do some research on that.
Very,
See
very
what we
good.
can find out. Should be.
You guys are
I
messaging
mean, if
me.
she's.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's been, obviously prominent enough to get a medal. She should be in the books.
Absolutely. So if you just make me a basic research roll. And
There it
how,
is.
okay, excellent. And what'd you get?
5.
Brilliant. So you actually find a picture of this lady in the yearbooks. Let's see here. Let me see if I can figure out which year. 1950.
Okay.
And the picture of this young lady looks exactly like the lady in white you saw,
Okay.
including the sort of 1950s little poodle dress or whatever they call it, pom-pom dress. I can't remember what they're called. So she was in school about that time. And then if you make another roll, I might tell you something else. And?
5.
Okay. The student newspapers of the time carry a short article about Mina Castle's burned body being found on the new basketball arena. Officials were ruling her death an accident, although they are vague on the details.
Yes, because people spontaneously combust in the middle of basketball courts.
And they're in the area with Margaret Winters and some of the others of that particular occult group, including Richie. Do you choose to do any research on the cross itself, or do you wish
will
to?
certainly give it a go.
All right, you can have help if you wish from Richie if you guys are studying it together.
Yep.
Richie?
Can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so one
came
of
up
you,
with a.
Go ahead.
Yep, I came up with a group that you circled back around later.
I'll circle to you. I'll circle
Yes,
you.
I've
let's
come up
go
with an idea.
So let's go
Yes,
ahead and have Richie roll, and then that'll give us a +1 or 2 for your roll.
Research, is it?
Okay.
Yes.
I've lost research. Where's it gone?
Or you can do a cult or something like that.
3.
No.
No help.
Any?
You can use a Benny if you choose.
Not for this. Not for this one, I don't think.
Okay, fair enough. Then it's up to you, Pete.
No.
Oh,
I will use a Benny for that.
All right.
Ah.
Darn.
There's just
the luck.
no information out there.
Maybe that's
There
the
may
best.
be, but
Can
you're not
anybody
finding
else
it
try?
yet.
Can we come and, when he's doing his studies, can we come along and basically help out in any way, shape, or form?
That's what it is. They're constantly distracting me, so I can't find out anything. That's the problem.
If
there
anyone
are
else would
others
like to make a research roll, we can add it to Andy's failure of what was the last failure. What was the last one? A 3?
A 3, yeah. So I mean, I only need a point.
All you need is 1.
Yeah.
There we go. I've got a 5 and a 4
There you
for
go.
research.
So we'll add that, and I'll say that she's handing out the stuff to you. Is this after your break issue and sort of talking with Tomo?
Yep.
Probably so. All right.
Would you like me to see if I repaired her issue?
Yeah, if you want to
Inside.
spend that sort of early afternoon or late afternoon into the early evening sort of doing that, do you do that over
Was
in the
I
garage?
able to repair her issue in time for her to be able to?
She could probably walk across while you're doing repairs if you want to take it
Okay.
for repairs.
And it was dead easy. I sorted it out real quick. I had the
Was
parts
it?
and everything. Like,
Oh my word! Sure enough.
it's fine.
Sure enough.
Not only that,
Absolutely.
now when she even taps the brakes, she basically her brain almost hits the steering wheel because it's like
Does
I
it
love
make a little tooting noise now? When I touch the brakes, it goes. Does it?
I wouldn't be so tasteless, darling.
I think with a roll like that, I would say that you probably went back across to your buddies, and they said, "Hey, I got some spare pads. You just want to use those. It's not a big deal." And with that roll, there's no investment of cash in this, just a little bit of time and effort, which, by the way, is something that Tomo doesn't really mind as long as he's messing with the car, right? I think that's how you describe
Absolutely,
it.
100%. Yeah.
So, very good. I'm not to tell you what he's thinking, but I think that's awesome. And then, so we went back to Andy and see what you got there. There is a picture in a fairly old book, and it says De la Garzia's Cross. And it looks very much like the one you've got. It says He was originally an Aztecan spearhead. After capture by the conquistadors, a Father de la Garcia turned it into a crucifix. It may have some occult value. So you're going to probably have to dig a little bit more to figure out what that is. And we'll come back to that. Let us really quick hear about this song from Richie and Richie and the Roomies and the band.
Yep. Well, the band, they're going to play some covers of is Dance with the Dead. And they're not normally vocal. They don't normally have vocals, but it gives Sarah some freedom to play with adding some lyrics to these things. So quite high energy electronic guitars. So yeah,
brilliant.
Josh is going to get a workout.
What would be the primary one or two bands that you guys are going to do covers of for local parties?
Probably them. Bit of Iron Maiden.
All right. If you can give me a performance roll, I would like to see what that turns out to be.
5.
There we go. With that, you have been invited. And I just did that. You have been invited to a fraternity to play this Friday night. And I just dropped one of your cards, so I was just fixing right there. And I will tell you what that one is in just 2 seconds. And it's because they heard you guys play at the Pizza Barn. This is, the Gamma Psi Beta Fraternity House. Now, the rest of the study group, as I will call you guys, only some of you are really big into these type of parties. Some of you may not be, but supporting a buddy who's having one of his first gigs, might be something you're interested in doing. But I will not force you. I'll give you that as a good opportunity because this is sort of where we are going.
I've got to say, if you zoom into that picture, it looks like some monsters hanging out at that party.
Gosh. Well, that is not meant that way, but the main thing was to get a house with the correct Greek letters and a bunch of people hanging out.
Yep, fair enough.
Okay. Anything you guys take with you for this particular event? I mean, I assume all of the music equipment and things like that. Fish, is that something that you do? Do you help them set up? Tomo? Both of you guys do some tech. I don't know. Is that something? What do you think? Is that?
I don't mind helping him with sound gear, but actually, I'm more likely to help him with some pyrotechnics.
Ah. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. Hold on to that. Hold on to that performance roll that's coming up, Tomo, to see just how those go off when they go off. You see that there's any number of folks at this party that you guys sort of know, and you guys are just starting up in your first set. I'm going to have to look up a couple little things. So if you don't mind, if we can go to a quick 5-minute break, and we will come back when I have my stuff all in one sock. We're back at the party. Your lovable GM has found the different tabs that he had open that he miraculously managed to close. And we find that several people doing different things. Tomo is working something interesting up at the makeshift stage at the far end of the big grand room. We see that Richie and the Roomies are tuning up and then are playing a couple of quick sets. What are Andy, Fish, and Grace doing? Mingling?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Andy's
is this
looking
Sorry, go on.
kind of nerdy as he's obviously talking about something with way too much detail to a very bored looking.
Actually, just time out, just to
person.
check. What about Fish's fraternity night? Is that on the same night as this, or
Tomorrow night.
that's tomorrow night? Okay, right, that's fine. So he's
Absolutely.
free. He's free to mingle.
Absolutely.
Don't
With-
forget to put some newspapers down the back of your trousers.
So, back to what you were saying, Andy. You're talking to somebody that you think is probably bored.
Yeah, he's just sort of off in the background. Looks like he's just nattering away to someone.
Actually, he's sitting in the corner with his own little guitar, just sort of strumming to himself.
And he doesn't play the guitar.
No, this guy. No, not you. The person you're talking to.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yes. And which is a little bit weird. I mean, no one's really paying attention to the guy. He's wearing jeans, a fraternity shirt from this particular fraternity. He has no shoes on, and is sort of strumming a guitar in the background to himself while there's plenty of other noise going on around. He says, "Yeah, you enjoying yourself at least?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good fraternity. I mean, some of the brothers are not as nice to each other as others. Says, see that guy? He just a chin nod over to, a tall, fairly good-looking fellow. Probably, he's got maybe Italian background, something. A little bit darker skin. One of those tall, dark, and handsome type fellows. Says that's Vance. He's one of my brothers. Got a bit of a anger problem. You could say he's a killer sometimes.
Oh, yeah. How'd you mean?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, just look at him. He looks like he could get really pissed off if you don't watch out. He does not look that way. And he's standing with a shorter blonde girl. Says that's Crystal. That's his girlfriend. She's a looker, huh? Be careful. He says, you know what? My room used to be called the Love Shack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it did. It was called that. He says, if you don't tell anyone. Used to do some little recording in there when no one knew. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
I
pick
think
'em.
I know what you mean.
You pick 'em.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
enough about me.
yeah. Anyway, I think I got my friends over there. They probably need my help to get.
Oh yeah, you
get
do what you
set
need
up.
to do.
Right, you be
Richie.
good now.
You saw Andy over there talking to that guy, by the way. Richie did.
And he
Yeah.
sidles over and says to I think it's is it Tomo and Fish who are working on the setup.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Fish working? No, Fish is not. It's Tomo.
Okay. All right. I'll say to Tomo, can you give me something to do? That guy over there in the corner is just wow. I just got to get away from him.
Tomo, there's no one in the corner.
Which guy? The tall guy with the girlfriend who he's going to lose at some point.
No, the one with the
Ponytail.
guitar. The one with the guitar in the corner, bare feet.
As you look back, there is no one there.
He is wearing.
Oh, he must have gone.
I just saw you standing over there, Andy. I caught sight of you bent over, mumbling and looking concerned about things. And did you see someone?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. No, it must have been a spirit then. Must have been chatting to one of the dead.
Yeah, sounds like
It happens.
Andy, what did the spirit say?
He was talking about
No,
that.
mate, don't touch that. Yeah, because that's a contact for yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll pour a bit more in. It'll be all right. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's poured out on the ground, but it won't be a problem during the performance. It'll evaporate before then. Don't worry.
Yeah, you do your thing.
Anyway, Andy,
Yeah.
darling,
Yeah.
don't run away from me.
I'm not running away from you.
What did the
I was just
spirit
about to
say?
tell you about. I was just about to tell you.
Tell me.
Give me a chance.
It's-
You had to
come on.
go on about whatever this stuff is that you do. You know I don't understand it.
You got quiet, John. We couldn't hear your word.
Yeah, we couldn't hear that.
Wait, you will later. I do apologise. I appear to have a friend.
No problem. Oh,
Uh,
friend. Meanwhile, Fish
Yes, Dave.
and Grace. What are you guys doing? You can throw stuff in. I'm perfectly happy to you guys help me build some of this fiction out.
Grace, you go first.
Is there anybody else there that you're chatting to, or?
I don't know. I'm looking around. Am I seeing anybody that I recognise at all? You know, maybe from the.
You see the
cheerleaders.
roomies.
Oh, I see the
you
roomies.
Yep, and I mean they're all up on stage. You also see various members of the football team. That
Oh,
Reggie
hello.
guy.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
head over to Josh and talk to him about the play that he created. You know,
Josh Haggis, absolutely.
yeah, it was
he's
a really,
sort of-
that was a really fun play you put together there, Josh.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that worked. That worked really well. It was very, very clever thoughts you put together there. I thought.
I was just thinking about how some of the times when you're out on the field and they're like making cat calls and silly things from the other team, they just don't seem to understand that like you're a real player.
I know. That's their loss, isn't it? Hey, and our gain.
That's sexism.
And you played on
101
that.
for you.
You played on that perfectly. It was very
so
smart
cool.
thinking.
Well, thanks. I really appreciate it. I've got some other ideas too. I've been thinking about taking them to the coach.
Yeah, you should do that.
have you ever, I mean, I saw you catch that, and you didn't seem to have too much of a problem with it. What are your thoughts about, like rugby pitches? You know, where they sort of spin it and toss it to the side. Have you done that before?
A little bit. Yeah, I did that a little bit at school. We did a little bit of rugby. Not a lot. They tended not to class it as a girls' sport in England, but yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Wow,
I'm not
okay.
as good as John is at doing the passes, but then maybe he could give me a few tips. You know, improve things for me.
That dude is something. He's a monster.
He's got an arm on him when he wants to, but he didn't go into that. He didn't make the grade, he reckons.
No.
I don't know. He has got an arm when he wants to. He places that ball.
Well, maybe we can.
Suit
And
you,
you
sir.
can tell he is now well into the discussion. Fish, let's take a quick look at what you're up to.
Yeah, come on, Fish. Let's look at you now. What are you doing, Fish?
Well, I'm waiting for an answer back on my phone to see whether I can go to somebody else's party from Thingy. I'm also waiting for an answer from Glenn Mack with reference to the head, or for Mike. And the
What
best
did you
way
ask
of,
Glenn Mack about the head?
I fired off an email saying Mike's having dreams about the head, and the head's telling him that he needs to become one with the head.
Okay, I think the email you get back is very Glenn Mack, in that he would really like to study the effect of the head on Mike, and maybe if they got him in the same room, he could see like how he behaves. and then like maybe go behind a blind and put the head behind 2 different blinds and see if you could figure out which one it was behind?
I answer that by saying last time he got in touch with that head, he thought he was a zombie and he started biting people.
Huh. Well, I mean, yeah. So you wait, and there's not an email back immediately, but that is fairly typical Glenn Mack. His first thought is how he can do paranormal experiments with this whole thing.
Okay.
Instead
and then my
of,
other text
hey, how do we
message
get rid of the...
Okay, and then my second my text message goes to Steve, Mike's mate, and it says there's a frat house having a party. Some of the cheerleaders are there, and some of the players from the football team. Crash? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? And then I head on over.
They say, which are you going to head to your fraternity?
No, I'm going to head to where Grace is. Yeah.
Okay. You get a text back immediately. Which house?
I respond and tell them.
You remember it's the Gamma Psi Beta, and they're like, on the way.
Okay, in which case, I don't go straight away because the shirt's coming off, the paint's going on, and the house logo is going across my chest, and
I love it.
Then I go out the door.
You start dancing. Oh, or whatever you do. Wonderful, excellent. You were representing
and I try and pick up some stragglers on the way. I don't feel quite as fatigued now. How long has it been since the basketball thing?
It's been, like I said, about a week, because that was pushing us right towards Halloween. This is Halloween weekend. Yeah, but this is the Friday.
No, that's perfect. Okay, so I would have got rid of the fatigue, so that's perfect. Have I had a dream or a nightmare since?
No.
Right. So, don't know how I can do this, or even if it's a thing. I think I need to speak to Andy. I think he's going to that party, so I'll have a quick shout in his shell like. Because he's too committed to emojis on the mobile phone, and I just don't follow that shit.
So Andy's at the party with you at this point. So you can see him. He's over talking to Tomo.
Okay.
As the crowd sort of swirls around you guys.
I'll go on over to Tomo and Andy, and I'll look out for if I see Grace and Richie.
So Richie's up on stage. Grace is standing at the far side of the stage talking to the drummer, which happens to be Josh Haggis.
Haggy, yeah, okay.
Haggy, yep.
Okay, so I get over to Andy and Tomo, and I go, hey Andy, you got a second?
They seem to be deep in conversation about something, and you step in right as
I'll wait until they finished.
But he's obviously dead. But if he's dead, you're not telling me anything out of school, are you?
Well, no. I mean, he did say that guy over there was. He said he's a real killer. So who knows?
Real killer.
Sorry.
Hey, you just walking on the conversation, fish.
I have a smell of the air. Has anybody been on the beer yet, or the spirits?
I don't drink. That's right.
You can see that Andy's got orange fingers. He's obviously been in the Cheetos.
His guilty pleasure. Yes.
This is all done now. Let's take it back to the box.
Okay.
Yes, darling. Come on. He's just been telling me he's been talking to the dead again.
Oh, excellent. Want to ask you a question about dead people, Andy?
Sure.
If I have a dream about a dead person, would I be able to consciously talk to them?
With the white ritual, yeah. Yeah, you know, like we did the other day.
Yeah, I don't do
has that happened
rituals.
yet? No, that hasn't happened yet, has it? Or has it?
No.
Yes.
Because you moved forward in time
Oh, the
from all of
boy.
that stuff that happened.
The boy, yeah.
The boy.
Yes, that's happened.
Yeah.
The boys happened. Your meeting with Nina Castle. All of that's happened. Yes.
Right.
So you're
I'm thinking
is this
about
the
the
one
woman
where
in
you're in the
white.
dream with Nina Castle?
Yeah. Is that a name?
Yeah. I found a yearbook. There was an article in there about how she was found mysteriously burned to death by
Oh,
accident
shit.
in the So I got all the details. I mean, we could potentially do a ritual for her as well if you wanted to find out. You know, if you wanted to have
I
a
was
good
just thinking
conversation.
because since the night that we were in that the night that the roost changed into a foresty thing, from what you guys were telling me, I was unconscious. I was asleep.
Strangely like a jungle. Like maybe an Aztec jungle.
I've not actually had a dream about her, so I'm feeling good. But I wanted to ask her some questions.
So I mean, I would say that obviously she was trying to get you to go there. I think that's probably what the dreams were for. She wanted you to investigate her death, probably.
Bloody hell.
So,
I can't get
yeah,
a goth girlfriend
obviously
with
the-
big tits, but I can pull a ghost. Excellent.
Yeah, well done. But from what I
Thanks, man.
saw there, obviously someone or something killed her. So there's still questions.
I would say.
But I was meaning to ask about whether we should do a ritual. Maybe get some answers from her. If she
Wait,
knew
so
her
a
killer.
thing you suspect may have killed her. So if that's, could that thing see that that she's attached to me somehow? Can that thing? I look at my arm. Anthony, I've still got the mark on my arm, haven't I?
You do. Though, whereas before it never seemed to heal quite properly, now it is sort of smoothed over into a scar.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. At least it looks like it's healing, but can a thing that's done this to her find its way to us through me because of the brand? Is that a
Maybe.
thing?
Yeah, I mean you've got a psychic connection obviously to her.
Shit.
So yeah, I mean if it can follow that psychic connection. I mean I would say not all spiritual entities would be able to do that, but some might.
Okay.
At this point, I'd like to
I'm
turn
gonna
to
get drunk.
Martin. Richie, you need to go ahead and make your opening speech to the crowd because you're about to start playing. I know we'll have techno sound in the background instead of your wonderful metal, but go ahead. Give us your quick speech and spiel about the band and what you're about. Like you're talking to a crowd.
Hello everybody, welcome to our concert tonight. Thank you for coming. And we are Richie and the Roomies. I'm Richie, these are the Roomies. As you may have guessed. Have some fun. 4,
And
3, 2, 1.
And Josh is going, slamming on the drums as you guys start belting out your vocals. And let's get a performance roll.
Oh boy. I'll have to be tapping on.
You can get a +1 from your band supporting you. I'm just going to give that. Look at that. You guys are stunning it out. You guys, they sound pro. Some of it's obviously the soundboard work that's been done, and the pyrotechnics and that are actually at this point towards the middle of the set. There's a huge crescendo before they're going to be playing a ballad next, and as they come up to this crescendo, tell us what happens.
All right, so along the front of the stage are a series of pots, and I've pre-instructed them to stand well clear of the pots along the front of the stage. I've explained that they are, they will shoot out flame. But what I haven't told them is that I've coloured the flames, so they're basically red, white, and blue. So,
nice.
As they get up to a crescendo, giving it some, then what happens is Richie's already been primed to give me the nod, to give Tomo the nod, and at that point Tomo hits the button on the first burst, and basically these flames burst out, and
Michael
the
Jackson.
expectation was that the flames were going to be, they're the usual kind of flame things that you have, that they shoot up for a few seconds and whatever. These last quite a bit longer. They run for about 8-9 seconds. They shoot 20 feet into the air, and clearly somewhere along the line Tomo has mixed in stuff into the mix, and so they actually glitter as they shoot up. Nice. And so they're giving it the massive beams, and this flames erupt off the front of the stage. And as it reaches a crescendo, they just die away, and then performance drops away.
Brilliant.
How tall are the ceilings in this room?
Well, that's the other fun thing.
12
so the ceilings are about 10 feet tall.
Just.
However, what's a fraternity party if there's not scorch marks or something? And believe me, everybody is so happy with the effect that phenomenal.
Come on.
I think
Andy's looking at the ceiling and thinking someone's not getting their deposit back.
I'm
Andy,
looking at Richie and I'm going, national anthem, red, white and blue. God save the king. And I think, and I'm trying to get all the British guys, which is literally only 5 of us. Oh, and haggis.
Yeah.
Andy, give me a notice.
Okie dokie.
Tell me what you get, because I'm on a different screen.
9.
Raise. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to give you a quick little bit here. There is a picture on the wall over by the stairway going up to where probably the rooms for all the brothers are. And it's the dude with the guitar. Underneath it says David Dalton, R.I.P. With his birth date and his death, he was probably about 19 years old, about a year ago exactly.
Okay.
I will throw that out there and leave that for you guys to chew upon as you do your other things.
Andy's going to take a surreptitious picture of it with his smartphone.
Perfect. You got that. So you guys have finished the set, Richie, and you guys are sort of now mingling with the crowd while DJ is on. You probably have one more set later on into the evening, but you can join up with the rest of the guys. Go ahead, Fish.
Sorry, did you just say that the picture of Richard Dalton underneath the RIP, it's got his death recorded as a year? Yeah, David Dalton, a year to the day.
Yeah.
He was David Dalton.
David Dalton from West Virginia. Maybe not actually. He kind of sounds like a Huckleberry Finn type person, doesn't he? Without his shoes on and shit.
I'm jumping around as we're all in this party, but Grace, are you still over with the football guys now that you finished talking with Josh and they started their whole band portion?
No, I've come over to stand near the guys since.
Okay.
Especially
I would
since the
say
pyrotechnics went off, and it's like, wow, oh my god, that's so, wow, that's some show. They don't even do that at the match, you know. Wow.
yeah, absolutely, pretty darn cool.
I
You guys
agree
are
with
now
you.
sort of gathered together around in front of that picture. You guys can chat about whatever you want to chat about.
I agree.
What are you looking
I
at
mean,
there, Andy? Who's the picture of?
So I'll show him the picture on the phone. So yeah, it's this guy, David Dalton. So he died a year ago today. And yeah, I was just having a chat with him in the corner.
You were hang on a sec. You were having a chat with he died a year ago, and you were having a chat with him in the corner.
You saw that,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Okay.
Well, I saw him having a chat with nobody, or yeah.
No,
I
you
didn't
saw
see-
the guy with the guitar. Remember,
Oh,
you have the same skill that he
Oh, yeah.
has.
Oh yeah, the guy with the guitar, the guy who was sitting in the corner. I was going to ask him about that, but he's
That's the one,
disappeared.
yeah. Yeah.
You saw him too. Okay.
Yep. So it's interesting. He was telling me about that guy over there, the tall Italian-looking guy. Apparently, his name is Vance. Says he's got an anger problem. Quote he used was, "He's a bit of a killer sometime."
We don't. Oh, do you think he was he had something to do with? What
Well,
happened
I'm
to him?
wondering. I mean, we could look into this guy Dalton and see how he died.
Well, was this Vance here last year?
I'm sorry?
Well, I'm guessing so. They've got his, they've got his notice on the wall. So
No. Was Vance here last year? The
Vance.
Italian-looking guy.
well, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, does he look like a sophomore?
Yeah,
or
probably so.
later? Yeah.
He's drinking beer, but that doesn't mean anything because, unless the cops show up, pretty much everybody's doing whatever they want.
Yep.
He does seem a little bit older. He's got a little bit of a mustache that he's trying to grow in. And he's wearing, of course, the fraternity shirt for the Gamma Psi guys here.
Yeah, he said,
Richie?
the other thing he said was his room used to be known as the Love Shack. Apparently, they used to make videos.
Not creepy at all, is it?
No.
I wonder if
I'm trying
he was telling you that he was making a video the night he was killed. Maybe it hasn't been found. Maybe there's evidence of what happened to him.
Ooh.
Maybe we should go look and see if we can find some equipment
You
set
can
up
also
behind
do internet
walls.
searches. Do you remember that? I mean, we are in the modern age.
Yeah, they're probably on a
Well, there's probably something
porn site somewhere.
about his death, possibly.
Yep.
I'm just
Speaking
throwing that out
of,
there because I thought you were going there.
Speaking of modern age, Richie, your microphone's wireless or wired? I'm trying to have a look.
Wireless.
Wireless. Okay.
Is that the right answer? I've got
No,
some
that's
old.
the right
I've got some wired ones in the back at the room, but
Yeah.
No, wireless
you
is
have no idea.
fantastic. I can grab the signal with the signal grabber, and then start pissing about with some sound effects. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm going to throw out a real
I'm
quick
thinking to myself.
side note because this is salient to some of your discussion. It looks like they've got two pledges sort of stationed at the base of the stairs to keep people from wandering up and getting into the brothers' stuff.
Well, Andy's going
That's
to
right.
get on his phone and start doing some searches about David Dalton. I mean, we've got his date of birth, his date of death, obviously the fact that he was at ETU,
I will make you do a
the
research roll,
sorority.
but I'll give you a +2 because this is pretty simple. What'd you get?
+2 will make it an 8. That's a raise.
All right, perfect with the raise. He evidently committed suicide in his room in the Gamma Psi house.
Does it say how he died? I mean,
Himself
specific.
in the head.
Suicide. It just says suicide.
Yeah, no,
And
no.
I'm
I
wondering
mean,
if it
Himself in the
wasn't
head.
a suicide.
The what now?
He shot himself in the head.
okay, that's not at all difficult to stage. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I didn't really catch it at the time. When he said that his room used to be known as the Love Shack, was that David Dalton's room or Vance's room?
David Dalton. He was talking about my room.
His own room, right? Yeah. Okay.
So all the stuff that Grace said is salient.
Yeah. If only we can get to his room, which is probably obviously occupied by someone else now. So we've got no real way of knowing which room it is either.
So I'm gonna take. Oh no, that's true. We don't know where it is. Well, can we maybe ask somebody about this? We'd heard about the Love Shack that was here.
Yeah, once again, if these beeps I'm hearing of texts, if they're coming to me, I'm not seeing them.
No, that was the dice roll. So answer Grace, and then I'll tell
Grace,
you what I want.
There's plenty of brothers from this fraternity around, including Vance, and there's some others. And there's the pledges at the bottom of the stairs. There's,
Well, the pledges won't know anything because they'll be freshmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. you do see, like in the kitchen area, around the keg, there seems to be a group of the brothers that are sort of gathered there chatting. And then there's a bunch that are out on the dance floor dancing and other things like that. Your call. You can just tell me where you want to go, and I can bring up a person that you can chat with.
Just trying to think how to bring the subject up.
Yeah. In the news article you found, Andy, was there anything in there about him? Was he a budding artist? Had he released any songs? Was he, was he somebody who was on the music scene in the area? So in other words, could we basically approach it from the point of view of we'd heard about this young musician who used to be part of the fraternity?
You got a raise. I'll say that you know he's an architect student. His family was from Houston, and they were all very sad and surprised. The folks interviewed from the fraternity, including Vance, all said he had gotten really quiet in the last couple of weeks. And of course, the only person they really quote by name is Vance, and we should have known something was wrong.
Okay.
We feel responsible.
Yeah. I don't think approaching a fraternity brother's gonna be very helpful here. By any chance, would any of the guys from Tau Zeta Delta know about the story? Mike or Steve, maybe? Because they were here that time. So maybe they knew something of him. Are there any students at Tau Zeta Delta who are architect students?
I'm trying to think if there's any of those you would know immediately from the Tau Zetas that you went over and met with. They're the ones that had the swim win, right?
No, Tau Zeta.
No, that's my house.
That's his. That's his
Tau
fraternity.
Zeta. I'm sorry. So Tau Zeta's real bad. I thought you were Delta. Okay.
Tau
Anyway,
Zeta Delta, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. There's Evandre Green. Tall black kid. He is he's on the basketball team. So you know him from the athletic gym. And you can see he's hanging out with some of the Tau Zetas who have crashed the party. And Fish is there with his chest all painted up next to you. Tau Zeta. And by the way,
I'm going to basically link arms with Fish, and we're going to head over.
Oh, the
So
Tau
this
Zeta
Ivan-
thing is freaking awesome.
Evandro Green.
Oh, Fish, with the Tau Zeta on his chest.
Whoop, whoop. And then I'm kind of like back to my mobile phone.
So I'm heading over
Very
to
good.
this Evandro Green.
Avondre Green, Greene. I will drop it into the chat so we now have another person to keep track of and bring up over and over again.
Need more of those.
Hey, I love it. We got a whole freaking campus we got to populate.
We're going for it.
Okay,
And
so
who is Evandro Green?
he's a Tau Zeta brother. You got his signature for cleaning dog poop out of the back of his yard. He has a Rottweiler, lives in an apartment off campus. He goes, "Hey,
Okay.
Fish! Oh, Grace!
Oh, Greenie!
Amazing Grace! Whoa! What can we do? What can the brothers of Tau Zeta do for Amazing Grace?"
Hey, well, we were just wondering. We saw this picture up on the wall about a young guy who used to be here in this fraternity house who
that
seems to
was-
have died.
That was
Like,
bad stuff,
a year
man.
ago.
Bad stuff.
Did you know him?
I didn't know him. I mean, he was in a couple of classes, so I saw him. Seemed like a nice guy, happy. I mean, can't believe he shot himself. Just horrific. A lot of people really broken up. That was about a year ago.
Did he
Kind of a light way
live
to
at
go,
the
isn't it?
fraternity house?
Sorry.
Did he live at this fraternity house just here, or was he off campus?
Think he lived here, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. He was one with the ladies though. You might ask around with the. I mean, I know a number of cheerleaders that he was fairly friendly with.
Okay. Okay. That's really handy. Okay, thanks, Evandro. That's
No problem, Grace.
really
Anytime.
handy. Yeah. Catch you
You're
later.
always more than welcome at Tau Zeta parties. This is
Fish
just
is always inviting me, and I always come.
that you do. You make it. You make it.
I do. I make sure I'm there with the lads. We
Keep
come.
rocking it, Grace. You keep rocking. He puts out a fist for a fist bump.
Yeah, so she returns the fist
Nice.
bump.
He goes, boom, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Laters, Greenie. And then back to my mobile
I'm-
phone.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on your mobile phone. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's hit Fish
thinking-
really quick for the mobile phone.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Finish Gracie.
Grace.
Now I'm gonna now search out that crystal that he was with, that Vance was with.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. That's interesting. So you're going to start finding her, and we'll come back to that. Fish.
I'm with Gracie, so she's kind of leading me. But whilst we were going over to Greenie, I managed to get back into the Pine Box PD.
How? Oh, okay. You're gonna hack in.
Well, hacking is such a crude term. It's more opening
It does
the
involve
back
a
door
skill.
that I set
And a
up
skill
last
roll.
time.
You
Yes, I
know
know.
Gina's gonna be
involves a
miffed
skill
with
roll.
you. Gina is gonna find out, and she's gonna be miffed with you. Gina Medina, she's gonna have
Oh
your
yeah,
guts
she
for
will be.
garters.
Gina Medina is gonna be. Oh. Let's
Yes,
see.
yes, yes.
Let's see this roll.
Already done it. I got 5 and a 5.
Okay. So what are you looking for?
Right. So I'm looking for David Dalton's death record. I want to see if it's got gun residue, which hand the gun residue was placated or was on. Okay. And if there's any suspect burn marks around the entry.
Okay. So
those are the two things I'm looking for.
The two things you're looking for, I'll give you that he appeared to have held the gun. Well, he was found with the gun in his right hand, and he was found with burn marks and a bruise where he had shoved the gun so hard against his forehead. Small caliber. 22 pistol.
Does it indicate
that's plenty to do the job?
Does it indicate where on the forehead?
Center. Okay, Fish.
Center of the forehead. What, like here?
Yep, right
Yeah.
there. Guys,
Yeah.
I need to
That
pause for a
speaks-
second and take a phone call. I really
no
apologize.
worries.
This is work.
You go.
and it
No worries.
is what it is. And we're back from my phone call that I thought was an important call from work, which was instead a mortgage lender trying to get me to do something that I have no desire to do. And I apologize to the team and to the viewers for our untimely stop. Meanwhile, back to the party, back to the mystery, and back to our wonderful players. I turn it over to you.
Okay, so where were we going, Grace? After we spoke to Greenie, you were going to lead me off to somewhere?
Yeah, we're going to go look for Crystal, Vance's girlfriend.
Okay. I mentioned to Grace of the information. Well, actually, I show her the form and I zoom in where needed, and I just say to her, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very uncomfortable to shoot yourself in the forehead. Your wrist is basically bent, and especially if secondly, why would there be a bruise there? I mean, if you're going to shoot yourself, you're prepared for it. You gently place the gun there, you pull that trigger, and then your brains go pop, like one of Tomo's pyrotechnics. Just not in blue and white. It's just red.
Okay, take a Benny. That made me laugh.
So that's what we've got to do to get Benny's. Be as sick as possible and make him laugh.
Sorry. I'm not encouraging that. I'm not encouraging that type of behavior, but I did.
Yeah. So, Rob, you're saying this to Grace?
Yeah, I'm saying this to Grace as we're going on over.
Okay.
And then I'll send Andy a quick text message. Sorry?
So you're saying what?
Let Grace finish her words, and then we'll come across. Grace?
I said, Grace is just looking at Fish, completely sort of almost gobsmacked, and she's just speechless of what he's saying to her. It's just like, okay.
Andy.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say that Fish has just sent Andy a text message?
Yes.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Basically, it says police report on your ghost, right-handed, bruise to the forehead, and burn residue at the same place. Suicide by gun. I can't see that really. It's
so
Plainly on
Andy
the
saw
wrist.
Dave. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see that. So, Andy saw David Dalton playing his guitar. Was he right-handed?
Well, left-handed.
Yes.
He was right-handed.
Bugger! I was hoping you was going to say
Well,
no. He had the guitar in a strange position.
Well, no, I mean,
That'd been too easy.
it doesn't necessarily mean anything because the majority of people are right-handed. So
I will say, and I'm going to add this because I didn't give it as color earlier, because you turned away from your talking to him with guitar, whereas Richie was still on stage looking out. He did go upstairs. He sort of turned and started moving towards that, and then there was a moment where he looked away and he looked back and he was not there. So towards the stairs, but not necessarily up the stairs. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
And where are you and Tomo and Andy? I'd like to sort of know at this point. And this I haven't really described the room, but it's a big open room. You got the stage at one end. Tomo had sort of set up a booth at the far end so he could do the pyrotechnics. You guys
to the side of the stage, actually.
Side of the stage, okay. And
Yeah, because
I
I couldn't run the line, so yeah.
Perfect. And then there's doors off to the kitchen and to some of the other lounges and rooms on the ground floor. So you guys can be where you want to be.
well, Andy's over with the snacks. He's looking very suspiciously at something sort of orange. It's like this orange something in a bowl that he's got like no clue what it is.
Very good. So you are
Ghosts don't phase him, but this stuff looks weird.
very cool. Tomo, where do you think you would be? I mean, you can probably where you're at. You can see Grace has been doing some of the initial questioning.
John Byers here.
Oh, yes, he is.
Okay.
He's with the football
Okay.
guys over in the corner.
All right. I'm going to wander over and have a little chat with him, see how he's holding up.
Yeah, Tomo.
John, how you feeling?
Yeah. All right.
All recovered? Feeling good?
Not terrible. Not terrible.
That's good to hear.
Yourself?
Oh, I'm marvellous, yes. Fantastic, in fact. I always like to put on a show. You know?
Oh, that was you. Did you do those?
Oh, well, if anybody asks about painting the ceiling, no, it wasn't me.
Oh, they're going to have to fix that. Oh, that's awesome. But no, man, those are freaking awesome. And the timing with the music? How'd you do that? Was it just you, like, on a button? How'd you do that?
I got the tip off from Richie up there on the stage. He gave me the nod.
Dude, Richie and his
had a little
group
bit
are
of
pretty good.
detail.
We've got a I think in the spring we've got like a toga party. We're thinking about getting Richie and the Remmies because they are freaking awesome.
Toga!
Oh yeah. Hey man, you're always welcome. You're always welcome, Tau Zeta. And we have some of the best. And I'm adding this now. I think John Byers. I think he's Tau Zeta. I know it's different, and I haven't told you that before, everybody. I think John Byers is a Tau Zeta. He doesn't live in the house. He lives in the athletic dorm. Sorry.
Tau Zeta Delta.
Yeah, your group. Fair enough. Is that too much of a shock to the fiction?
Team TZD.
I have no issues with that. I'm just.
Okay, I will ask you this.
God,
Fish.
that guy gets everywhere, and he's trying to get into Grace's knickers. God, why? I say to myself
Well-
mentally.
Well, I may stop it.
But nothing actually comes out. It's
So
just like,
I'm going to play my
playing it?
adventure card.
Are you playing a card?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm done players.
will put that away.
We'll just park that one for now. All right.
It's like, Tomo, you're a good guy. He pats you on the back. You know what? I sort of like that silly old British accent you've got going there. You and Grace are phenomenal.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it.
He goes, you
oh,
know,
look at that fucking Cheshire grin on Tomo. Oh my God.
well, and when he says you and Grace together are, he goes, there's a thought in his head. I don't know what it is, but
Look,
whatever the case.
John, if there's anything I can do for your boys in the fraternity, and of course if you can slide me in with your football buddies for a little bit of pre or post match introductory fireworks, I'm sure
absolutely,
we
man.
could cook something up, especially if you've got some major games coming up.
You know, Coach has talked about that. I can hook you up. Yeah, there's the guys that do like some of the pyrotechnics, like we like run on the field and stuff like that. Maybe you could spice those up like you did this. That was pretty cool. Pretty damn
I think
cool.
we can. I think we can find something.
Brilliant. Richie.
Yeah. He's been near the stage, and as he saw, like you say, heading towards the stairs, he's having some ideas, and he's going to pick up a couple of picks, and then go towards the stairs, and the pledge is there, and say, "Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? You enjoying
Yeah,
the party?"
pretty good. Pretty good.
One
Yeah.
of their voices almost breaks because they're real young freshmen.
I was wondering if you can help
Really
me out.
enjoy your set.
Oh, thanks,
That was
man. Yeah.
awesome.
Hopefully we'll come back and play again. That'd be good.
Oh yeah. When we're full members, we'll remember to bring you back. It was
Oh,
really
sweet,
cool.
thank you. Yeah. I was wondering if you could help me out. I heard. Well, as I said, I don't know if you probably heard about one of the brothers here, David Dalton. There's pictures on the wall.
Ooh, yeah, they told us about him. It's like a,
Yeah.
like a ghost story here.
Yeah, well,
It's
he was
scary.
he was also played the guitar as well. So I wanted to leave a couple of pics outside his former dorm room and just say, safe
Whoa.
travels, man.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion.
That's my tab gone. Persuasion. This may not work, but I'll try. 10.
Freaking A. Hey, yeah, man, if you're gonna leave a guitar pick, look, if you go up the stairs,
Yeah.
turn there's a right or a left, and there's rooms all along it. If you
Yeah.
go to the left, 2 doors down, you'll see there's a boarded up room.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
slide the pick under the door.
Yeah. I'll be like 5 seconds just to wish him well, and I'll be back.
Freaking awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah,
he
don't be too
raises
long.
a hand. He
We're not
raises a
supposed
hand to
anybody up.
shake his arm and goes,
Yeah, thank you.
and you can scuttle upstairs, and then as I get there, I do try and sense to see if there's any like spirits or
Ooh.
any sensations or anything up there in the vicinity.
What role should we ask for that? A cult or
Maybe?
something?
Benny
Yeah.
I think so.
Benny,
Any role.
Benny,
A Benny roll.
I think we've done
Richie
straight, I think we've done straight spirit in the past for that kind of thing.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Don't think I've got. Oh no, spirit on the
Yeah.
top level. Yeah.
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 Oh,
10.
this guy.
He's got some.
yeah.
He's riding high on the adrenaline.
You feel a rush of cold move past you, and you know it's going into the room, and obviously it's a sign of some sort. and you do get the feeling of mournfulness, sadness, something.
And does it say it's boarded up, it's nailed shut with like boards and... Okay.
There's 3 boards. One at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. 2 nails in each one.
Is there anybody else? Is there anybody in the vicinity?
That you see down the hallway, there's a brother coming out of his room, and he's sort of wandering by. And there, down the far end, there's a brother with some young lady, and they're chatting in the hall, and he's like pointing to his room, and she's like going, yeah, and then she comes back your direction.
I'll try and take a quick picture on the phone before I leave, just so I can show everybody else what it looks like.
Okay. Do you send it to them, or do you just save it to show them?
I'll save it and I'll take it with me.
Okay.
I'll put the pics under the door and say, "Farewell, man," and head off.
Actually, when you do that with that roll, you feel a sense of appreciation.
Okay, cool.
like a fellow guitarist has said thank you almost, but it's just a feeling, not words.
Yeah. He's gonna come back down and find the group.
Okay. You find the group. You see the group around the room.
Yeah.
You guys tell us where you are. I think Fish and Grace are just about to talk to someone. I think Tomo, where are you again? You're over talking to John Byers.
So I was stage left. No, sorry, I left there now and I've gone over to speak to John Byers.
Andy was in the kitchen, eyeing something yellow.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move to Grace and Fish. The party's not split, but the party's split. as a GM.
Yeah.
So, you're all in the same freaking room, roughly. You approach this young lady, Grace, and she is standing there with, actually she, let me think about this 2 seconds. I think that Vance has moved away to go chat to some other folks, and she's turned around and is just chatting with some random people. So you have a second there where you can sort of say hi to her.
So, do I recognise her at all from the cheerleading squad by any chance? Just out of curiosity.
She's not in the cheerleading squad, but she sort of moves in that circle. You've seen her maybe at some of the parties where they're at or some of the other stuff. You think she's maybe a theater major. You're not sure but you do have some rough memories of seeing her around campus. Yes. Because of the circles you move in.
So I'm going to go up to her and go, hey, it's Crystal, isn't it? Hey.
Grace!
Oh, yes. Saw you earlier with that tall, sleek-looking Italian stud over there. You make a nice couple.
Vance. Yeah, he's,
You been together long?
Yeah, we've been together for a little over a year. We've had some rocky times, but he seems to be a really freaking good guy. Puts up with a lot.
That's always a good thing to look for in a partner.
And I chuckle because I know who her partner is in real life.
I slightly tap Gracie's hand when she says that.
Says, yeah, so you guys enjoying the party? I mean, the band's freaking awesome.
Yeah. And those pyrotechnics that went off. Oh my god, that was some show.
Was over the top.
Oh, it was so
I mean, they'll be painting the roof, but who cares? Freaking amazing.
Hey, it was worth it for the stories that's going to give.
Absolutely. That's what makes it perfect.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that they chose both the USA colours and the United Kingdom colours.
Yeah. It's handy how many countries have red, white, and blue as their flag colours.
I thought it was Australian colours. I was all messed up.
Oh,
that's
well,
mostly
Australian
blue.
too, New Zealand,
And white.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
France
France, yeah,
and the Netherlands.
yeah, Netherlands. So many
Fuck the
countries. Red, white,
French.
blue. Blue, white, and red.
Sacre bleu.
White, blue, and red. White, red, and blue.
So yeah. So I mean, you guys, I haven't seen you at one of the these parties here at Psi Beta.
No, this is
Or
our
the Gamma Psi.
first time here. I mean, we're here kind of with Richie over there in the band.
Oh,
He's a
really?
friend. Yeah, we're here supporting him. So we got invited. But yeah, we've not been here before. It's a nice place. Nice place.
He's a handsome fellow.
Richie, yeah, he's dating my roommate.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm with Vance. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a young guy here last year. We were hearing about David Dalton. Is it? Young guy who was here.
He turns white. It's like you read about in a book. It's just the literal draining of blood from the head.
Hey, Crystal, I hope I didn't say something wrong there. Are you okay?
No. I mean, I've heard of him. He like killed himself here or something.
Yeah, I heard. That's terrible. That would take a lot for the house to shake that off.
They're doing fine. I'm sure they're doing fine. Where's Vancy? Yeah.
I think he's over in the kitchen area.
Sorry, for a really unobservant person, I noticed that she's gone extremely white. Does her body language indicate that she knows more, or does her body language indicate that she's just scared to shit because there was a death in this house?
You don't need to make a roll on that.
No, I do, because I normally don't notice shit.
Did you make a roll?
Yes, I did.
You
I
did?
got a 5, and it was a
Rolled a 5.
rollover.
Oh yeah. She knows something extra and is now incredibly uncomfortable.
Were you and David an item before?
Okay, I need a roll of some sort. Wow, and I have no idea where to go with this. So let me let me think about it. Where did you just roll?
Do you
That's
know
a
my
notice.
mother?
That's fair enough. This is opposed.
I'm going to say, come on.
This is
you can tell
wait a
us. I mean,
second.
cheerleaders
This is
and
opposed.
I'm going to go with
I'm gonna be smart, something like
persuasion.
that.
This is
Or
okay. I saw
persuasion?
the roll that went out there.
Smarts or persuasion?
Was that persuasion? That was notice.
What do you want?
Are you gonna go?
What do you want? Do you want smarts or do you want persuasion?
I want persuasion, and you're rolling against her, and she just rolled a d6 and got a 6. So you got to beat
Which roll?
that.
Which
Damn,
will
spending a
I
penny.
help him.
Oh no! 11. Screw you, Crystal. Tell me everything. Tell me, what is your deepest desire?
So when you say that, there's a sharp intake of breath. She said, "Who's?" No, of course not.
Uh-huh.
I won't tell anyone. Neither will Grace. I'm sorry for your loss, even if it was a year and a half ago.
I think, and she says, and she just takes her drink. She wanders over to a different group of people, just turns away from you guys.
I look at Grace. I'm starting to notice shit. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Vance is in the kitchen. He's digging into the yellow stuff.
The what?
Hey, go on, Andy. Come on, Andy, it's your turn. Ask him what's the answer.
Andy looks at him eating the stuff. He says, "What is that?"
So I don't know what you have in your head as what this is. So in my opinion, it's probably spicy hot Cheetos or
yeah. I didn't have anything in my head. I was just
orange. Something weird in American. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
God bless you. So I would say that the Cheetos you had earlier, it is a variation thereof. I think it's a party mix that's got a bunch of those along with some spicy hot Cheeto mix, and he's like, oh, this is. He chows on some. He goes, brothers. He points at some of his brothers, and they're like, yeah. They give him a beer. Hey, he says to you as he turns like he's about to head out of the room.
Hey,
join the party?
Yeah, it's a cool party, thanks.
Good. He starts to leave the room.
Okay. Honestly, I've got no idea how to bring anything. No, let him go. I got no idea. I got no idea what to say.
Fair enough. He walks out of the room.
I mean, I think the guy probably killed this. I was like, I can't think of a diplomatic way to bring that up, really.
Did you murder your buddy? Or
yeah, exactly. Did you get jealous that he was, with Chris?
That is a fair enough way to have dealt with the situation.
Did you put that guy on the wall?
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to alert him or alarm him as well. So,
fair enough. Okay. So you have he's gone out. Richie's come back down. Tomo, where are you at this point?
I have a chat with the football boys.
Oh yeah.
Make some rude jokes with them.
Oh, they think you are awesome.
Reassembling. When I go see these guys assembling back, I make my excuses and leave.
Absolutely. So you're back over with the study group. So the study group reassembles. You guys want to compare notes?
Yep, I think we should compare some notes there. This is definitely something funk's going on here. Crystal went white as a sheet when we said about David. There was something going on between them two.
Interesting.
I think he appreciated me going up and sending my respects. There was a warm sense of
that may sound really strange to the rest of you because not all of you saw exactly what he did.
But I did go up and see the room. It's boarded up still.
Okay. So can you work out which room it is from the outside? Could somebody climb up and break in the window maybe?
With a map we could probably work it out because I know where it was up the stairs and then right and left. We could probably work out where that was on the outside with the architectural drawing or a map or something. We could probably figure it out. The window may be boarded. That may also be a clue. But yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, there was a sense in there.
Anthony, the Tau Zeta Delta peeps, is Denver at the party? From Tau Zeta
your pledge
Delta.
master?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got his number. I should have, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah, you've got his number.
Yep.
Yeah, he must have texted you multiple times to.
Oh yeah, things to do. Show up here.
Really humiliating things to do. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, guys. I'm going to ask Denver because he might actually be able to tell us what. Fucking lost my sheet now. Sorry, 2 seconds. What David Dalton actually did for this house? Was he a pledge master? Was he just a senior? Did he hold position of weight? Was he financial? Was he, maybe 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 houses know of other houses, and the members that are
Fair enough.
the to-doers and who are the troop kind of people, the pawns.
Fair enough.
What do you reckon?
Okay. It's worth a try. See.
Yeah, just text him.
Okay. Yeah, I texted him going, hey, it's Fish. Just a quick question. David Dalton from whatever house we're in, before he died, was he like Grandmaster? Was he Housemaster, sorry? Was he Pledge Master? Do you know? Question mark.
Okay, the answer back is just a cool dude.
Oh.
Great.
Sounds like
with
he knows him, though.
chicks.
Okay, thanks, dude. TZD. So I tell everybody. Yeah, he's just said that he's just a cool dude, so maybe he didn't have any. I don't think it was suicide.
Roll.
Grace is reading the text over his shoulder. Hang on. He says here in this text, he was great with chicks. He's reinforcing the fact that this David and Crystal were doing the dirty. Drove Vance to insanity, I'm sure. Watching his girl playing.
Andy's just been standing there listening to all you guys talk. He's got this red plastic cup in his hand, and it's filled with
one.
and it's filled with it's filled. I don't have one. And it's filled with some yellow stuff, which he's eating this yellow stuff. This is pretty good, actually.
I love it.
So
it's a bit thick. It looks like custard.
I don't know. It's really cheesy. it's like cheesy and sweet and salty and wow. Yeah, I don't know.
Like most American food, you just explained it right there. Or overly sweet, one of the two.
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good.
The toast that you're dunking in them just really nicely.
Yeah.
I love this game. I love this game.
I mean, I think it's probably more chemical than food, but tastes real good.
Mostly plastic. Mostly plastic you're just eating, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What animal
yeah, I mean,
came off?
when I talked to him, he didn't seem like at all put out. So it didn't seem like he had a grudge at all, or anything. You know, maybe we were just reading between the lines when there's nothing there. I don't know.
What did he say? Because you were chatting for a little bit.
Yeah, no, he was saying how great this this fraternity is, and you know how most of the guys were really good. But he did say, but you know, watch out for that guy over there, that Vance. He said he can be a real killer. He said.
Interesting choice of
He's
words.
got a real temper on him.
Push the wrong buttons. We're definitely not going to go and ask him about it.
And then he told me about his room, called it the Love Shack, and how he used to make videos. So, yeah. I mean, if we go up there, we might find some hidden video equipment behind the mirror or somewhere.
You think somebody found out about this? And
Well, no. I mean, well, hopefully not, because if they found out about it, they would have got rid of the equipment. No, I mean, from all accounts, what you guys have been saying, he was a real player. He had a lot of friends, a lot of lady friends, and yeah, jealous lover. I could see
Into
that.
the room and let me see if there's any tech hanging around in it that I can dig out. Any wires that are out of place or something like that. If we can find a camera, we can perhaps get something off it.
Yeah, have to get into the room first.
Okay.
Andy,
Richie? Sorry, yeah.
Andy, Fish.
Yes.
Not Richie, but Richie as well. The old woman. I heard her, but I didn't really notice her at all.
What? Sorry,
She
what old woman?
was
Mrs. Claiborne.
the woman in black. The woman in black. The
yeah.
woman
Black.
that we
Oh,
just.
okay.
Yes.
Now,
Andy never.
from what I heard,
He never saw her.
yeah, no, I didn't. I heard her, but I didn't see her. My notice rolls. No, notice rolls in the car. I
You
failed.
need to make a bloody notice roll.
Not every
I do,
time.
because I'm clueless. I don't see things.
I didn't see the police car behind me when I was driving along. I didn't make a.
But anyway, she sounded like she was angry. Okay. The woman in white, she smelled of burning, but she sounded, I wouldn't say okay, but not also angry. She sounded like she was trying to be nice to me. Okay, because maybe she wants something from me. If someone takes their own life and they are depressed, would that depression come across if they turn into a spirit? What do you guys think?
I mean, best guess, guys. You have no idea. I mean, your best guess.
I think they should make a spirit roll for their spirituality.
The thing is, you ghosts can be in denial as much as anyone else. He may not realize he may not realize he killed himself.
Oh,
May have no memory of it.
Anthony, I'm not one to pressurize you, but that was a really cool answer. I think we're looking at a Benny Award. Definitely for that.
What?
Okay. Do I get a chance to sneak upstairs and have a look around this room?
Okay. It's the same issue that Richie dealt with. Okay. You've got two dudes at the bottom of the stairs trying to keep people from going up and causing a problem. Richie came up with a really good idea. Would you guys like to attempt it that direction, or we heard some other directions? I don't care how you want to do it. I'm excited to hear how you guys decide to go after this.
The door's boarded up with a number of planks and nails, and
So I see a stealth roll.
so we could do
It
the,
is
do the other
successful.
way.
I think trying to
Okay.
approach you from outside surely is better. Set off less alarm bells for the moment.
Okay. So
The other option was
Tomo-
to try and persuade them to get out of the way.
Okay. So I think that's opposed, and I'm just going to roll a d6. And you're like, hey, what's your excuse for going up the stairs?
So
He wants to check to see if he set light to the floor.
there's bathrooms upstairs, right?
Yes.
Are there bathrooms down here as well?
There are, but they're way back behind the kitchen area, so you could make an
Okay,
argument that you need to go.
I'm going to sort of wander over to them and go, I'm dreadfully sorry, could we possibly use the bathrooms upstairs? It's just there's quite a queue back there, and I've had a little accident, a little too much of the, beer, and I'm going to lean into one, and I think I've shit myself. I don't know.
Oh man. Dude, do you hear his accent? His accent's really freaking cool. Yeah, no, go up to the restroom, man. That's no problem.
Oh, so thank you. And I scuttle off up the stairs, but I do that quite stealthily and quite.
Absolutely.
And
I'd
in
like
the
to push
background,
the
as the
other
camera
folks.
pans, all you hear is Andy, Richie, Grace, and Fish in unison start singing Tommy the Turtle's made an appearance. Tommy the Turtle's made the appearance. Tommy the Turtle's got his head out.
So the rest of you guys, what do you want to do?
Damn, I didn't get a Benny for that either. Fuck.
That's way too oblique for me. Way too oblique.
It's oblique for me as well.
Okay.
In America, does
Turtling? Oh, yeah.
Means it, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It translates, right? It's just, yeah.
Prairie dogging
Touch
is what we call it.
Yeah.
Prairie dogging. Very good. So, turtling, prairie dogging, cross-cultural, we get it. The rest of you, as you see Tomo is sort of BS'd his way up the stairs, what do you guys want to do?
I want to take a video of Tomo, sort of like making the move up the stairs as if he shit himself, because he's kind of like doing a weird walk up the stairs. I mean, this is fucking golden.
Actually, you don't have to do that because someone's roommate has already made that video. It's like, this is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when she plays it back, it's not going to be Tomo's face.
Andy wants to keep an eye on Crystal and Vince.
She's whispering to Vance right now.
Yeah,
in his ear.
He's trying to look, keep an eye on their expressions, see what.
Vance looks over at you guys.
From there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's fine. We'll let that play out.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy lifts his cup and goes.
Hands raised.
Have they got security cameras in this house?
You don't see security cameras. You do see like motion detectors, like if they were to turn on the alarm or something. But no, there's no security cameras.
There's no cameras.
No.
Okay. So if somebody tried to shoot us right now, they would, apart from witnesses, there's no recorded evidence. That's fine. I wonder if I can discreetly record Vance. I don't know. I just got this feeling that, I say this to myself, I've got this feeling that Vance, he's the only person who spoke up for the, allegedly for the paper. And I'm thinking, it's all too convenient. Either he knows who killed David, or he's killed him himself for whatever reasons.
Okay.
Who's the most stealthy? Andy. Tomo, but he's just gone for a shit.
He's already up there. He's moving. So if no one's got anything else they want to throw out there, I'm going to go back to Tomo.
I'm going to go around the outside. I'm going outside the building and trying to see if we can work out what room.
Oh, absolutely.
The same thing. I was going to say, Grace, do you want to come, go with Grace outside?
Out of the back of the house, there's a balcony that runs along outside of a number of the rooms of the different brothers, and only Richie is the one who goes, yeah, right there. There's a balcony. I mean, you could, if you were like strong, you could jump up and grab the railings and then haul yourself up to the second floor, like parkouring almost. But
so, may I just interrupt?
Please.
I want to get in the room.
Okay.
And then I want to open the window.
Very good. So, before we get to that, because there is a obstacle in the way.
Yep.
They've seen roughly where things are. Do all of you guys move out with Grace when you guys were doing the look around?
Yep.
I think we might leave Andy keeping an eye on Vance and Crystal, making sure they don't follow us. That's okay.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I'm just going to stay with Andy.
You can sort of,
you stay with Andy.
Interact with them.
The other two are outside. The party is still split. And then, John, I say John, I should say Tomo, find the door And there are 3 boards. Top, bottom, boom. It's a simple, you can pull them off. It's not even that hard. It's just the fact that you're pulling them off. So, pop, pop, pop. You pull the boards out.
Question.
I want to do it quietly.
Fair enough.
Does the door open inwards?
Yes.
Okay.
He could.
So I can
possibly.
just open the door and climb through.
It is locked.
Okay. Then that repair roll was to undo the lock.
Okay, brilliant. So you undo the lock. Like
Because that's a
this, and the boards are still there, and you just step through and shut the door behind you quietly. I'd like a
Lock it
stealth
again.
roll, really quick, because I just want to know something. There we go. That's fine.
Right.
You don't see anyone in the hall that possibly saw you. You see the window on the far side with the balcony outside.
Yeah. Just reach in my pocket and pull out the lockpick that I'm always carrying, and I hope I cops. Pop the lock in, close, and lock it again.
Very good.
Right to the window, pull the window up, lean out, and go.
Okay. There's some people outside, but they're not really paying attention too much. As you guys, I'm going to do this because I think it'd be more cool.
This ginger hair, this ginger floppy hair.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that are wandering around, but as you guys climb, there's more of a yeah, cool, and you guys go over and you're in the room. I'm going to let you go without rolls because I'm keeping track of time and other things. I think it's cool. You guys are now all in what was the room of this young man, Dalton.
Okay.
Okay, there's a desk, there's a wardrobe, is what you guys would call it. Oh, okay, not so far for you, Thomas. There's a bed. It's a sort of a double bed, as you in the UK would say, but we would almost call a single here. And I'm seeing notice rolls rolling in because my players are anticipating. And yes, so your first notice, Tomo, and then you spin a penny, is that right?
I do.
There is a vent above the bed for the air conditioning. As
Okay.
you look that way, you get a glint as if from a lens.
Okay. I'm going to track it all down and see what there is.
Absolutely. It doesn't take long for you to open the vent, pull it down, and there is, sure enough, a little webcam. But it has a memory card.
Just going to say, while he's doing this, I'm going to go over to the door, and I've got my foot behind the door, as well as it being locked. Anyone who tries to barge it open, they're coming against me.
Okay.
Well, you've got to hear it as well, because they'll have to remove those boards, won't
Yeah. I am listening very carefully at the door to hear anything outside.
Very good.
No moves from Vance or Crystal?
Not so far. I mean, they're talking to each other, and then Vance starts walking through the crowd towards you.
they? Fish. Is Fish with us? Or is
Yes.
he just Grace?
No, Fish is with
No, Fish
me.
is with Fish is with
you.
Andy.
Okay.
Okay.
Fish. This is your department.
No, no.
Wait, no.
Fish
is
is with
Andy. Fish is
Andy.
Andy.
Downstairs.
Andy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. This is that splitting
All right.
authority thing. Okay. So you
I'm
guys,
going to pop the memory card out and pocket it. I'm going to take a picture of the thing on the back, because I know that that'll have an address on that he can then
Yep.
see if there's anything connected to it
got it.
as well.
And you want to push it back up in the vent
Oh yeah,
and
I'll leave it exactly
okay.
where it was.
Are you guys exiting?
Well, I'd like to do a spirit or occult thing to see if there's any. I get any
Absolutely.
vibe or anything.
Please.
Do those simultaneously, can't we?
Which one? Spirit, occult? Which would you prefer?
On this one, I want spirit.
Okay. 8.
Perfect. And Tomo, you said you were doing something too?
No, I just said he can do that simultaneously while I'm fiddling around in the street.
Doing the vent thing, yeah.
So, absolutely, you feel almost a jubilant feel.
Huh.
Like, yes! You can almost hear the yes.
I think we're on the right track. I think he's happy.
Good. We'll find out what's on this.
Brilliant.
Let's skedaddle.
All right.
Okay.
I've got to go back that way. You two that way. I'll close
Yeah.
I'll close the window, and then I'll bail out that way.
I want a stealth roll from you, Tomo, as you come out. And this is more luck to see if when you pop the door open, there's no one in the hall.
Okay.
Okay. Did it go? Oh,
Benny.
Interesting. I think a Benny's well been to this point. There we go.
Ooh.
There we go. So as you slip through the door, you see some people at the far end, but they have turned away as you slip out, shut the door, carefully step out, and do your pretend.
Walk down the stairs. I know I'm all cleaned up now. I was all lovely. And I went downstairs and I go, "Thank you so much, buddy. That was amazing."
No problem, man. No problem.
Smelling
We
great again.
understand. I understand it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. And I'm scanning these two and seeing what's going on with them.
So you see Fish and Andy, and Vance has moved up and he's standing next to him. He goes, "Hey, here you're asking about Dalton."
Yeah.
Bros, what's up with that?
Noticed his picture up on the stairwell. Noticed his untimely passing.
Oh.
It's nice that you celebrated him.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I've got the bennies. I've got the bennies. But I don't.
That's good.
Need
That's good
them
enough.
really.
He goes. I see. Yeah. That's it's unfortunate, but we do need to keep that picture up because we do want to keep his memory alive. Yeah.
I'm the same if anything happened to one of my brothers from my house. And I show him my nipples.
Dude.
You know?
He says, "Dude, rock on. I love to see a pledge who knows what he's doing. Brilliant stuff. Wish you'd pledged us, but got it." And he turns
didn't
around
even approach
and
me,
heads
dude.
back over. Yeah, they failed. So he heads over and moves away. Let's move back to all of you guys are together.
Can I
go ahead.
whilst we're doing that, okay, body language. Do you want me to make a notice roll? I mean, he's
No,
there.
because
Was he
I think
agitated
he's-
because of the fact that...
He was agitated, and now he's not.
Right.
So he heard something from his girlfriend. He went over to check it out. You made him feel like it was not a big deal. And now he's going back over to tell her it's not a big deal.
Okay. Andy, I think we got away with that. Yeah.
And he's just munching away on yellow stuff.
Andy, you're comatose. What?
His eyes are glazed.
That's
too
just how
much
Pete
custard.
looks when he's on camera.
Too much sugar.
Too much custard. God damn it, man. Get out of the sugar rush. Come back to me, Andy.
That's the animated look that Andy gives us all the time in the show.
You eat any more of that and you'll be a minion.
Very good.
Banana.
I'm not giving you a Benny, But Kara. Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to screech that one. I'm trying so hard to rack them up. Jesus.
Okay. Team, you are together. You have a memory card. What do you guys want to do? And I tell you this now because a second set is due for the band.
Okay. Well, given that we've had issues with memory card, we found in cameras. Obviously, the equipment that we get from Glen Mac has memory cards in it. So Andy has a memory card reader, just a little memory card adapter with a USB-C on the end. He's going to plug it into his phone, stick the stick in, and see what's in the video.
I will give you that for a Benny.
I'll do it.
Fair enough. Okay, Martin, I think Richie is moving back across to have to lead the next set because it's time.
Yeah. This time.
Okay, give us your spiel to the crowd. Is there like they're super excited that you're moving to stage?
All right, you've been great. Let's finish this.
Let's finish this. Okay. There's another hand up.
Tomo took a picture with the IP address of the webcam.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, I share that with you.
I try and backtrace it. And I'm hoping that there's some cloud storage.
Just saying if it talks to anything, if you can find anything else out. The point is, you should be able to find out enough.
Yeah. So, I see you're gonna have to give me a research roll, Fish, or a technology of some sort.
Research or hacking or
hacking. That's fine.
Where did I put hacking? It's under hacking. There you go. I'll spend a penny.
Okay. Fair enough.
If I can remember how to actually spend a bloody penny.
Click on the penny. Move it out your pile.
Just roll again, and then
It's been such a long time since I had to use a penny.
You spent a penny. Yeah.
Well, I've
there
got
you
the
go.
full.
Okay. There is some cloud storage, but you need a raise to break into it.
Spend a
However,
penny.
However, you do think that before you spend your penny, you do think that what is going to happen in just a second with the card reader that's going to have all the data from the phone will probably give you the same information. So I'll give you that now before you spend the next penny.
But what I'm thinking,
Yes. Oh,
and
nice.
it's only me that.
So nice. He's just talked you out of spending a penny.
I'm trying.
I know.
I'm trying to be a good
I think
guy.
it's a trick. I think it's a trick.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because we don't know what's on the SD card. Also,
We can
I'm
do both.
thinking if we've got the
But-
SD card and downloaded information from the cloud server, then
keep talking.
we've got double the evidence.
I have to do my own abulations, and I'll be right back, and we will finish this thing. We're back. Sorry for the brief interruption as an old man had to take care of things. And we are back to the mystery solving. Okay.
Andy's
so
playing the video.
Okay.
So I'm not going to spend a penny. I'm going to. We're going to have a look at what's on the memory stick first.
So it's coming up on your phone. It's not the best video in the world. And the initial sets of video that come out seem to be divided into about 15-ish minute increments. And the first couple, the young lady who is displayed is not one that you know. And I don't know if you watched the whole thing or you just decided to
scrub forwards. Yeah.
Whoa. Hang on. What position was that? Yeah, she's a wide receiver.
Anyway, there is some talent displayed. However,
I'm trying so hard
within about 5 of those, you see a young blonde woman go in, and she turns slightly to the side, and it is Kylie.
Kylie?
Crystal.
She
Crystal.
should be so
Dang it,
lucky.
I said that wrong.
I thought it was Kylie. What?
Kylie?
I
She's
looked
Australian.
down to read it, and I read it even wrong. It's
Did she get there on the
And
locomotion?
Crystal, and things start happening.
Come on.
About a couple of minutes in, as you guys are going, oh, really? Except for Fish, who's really watching. And then the door opens.
See, told
You
you
all
you should
know what's
watch it
gonna
all the way
happen.
through.
Yep.
You all know that in walks her boyfriend. There's some wild gesticulation. And a gun is pulled. What? And Vance presses the gun against his forehead, and he's yelling, and he's banging him in the forehead. Rah, 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 rah. And then bang, and he's like, what? And you can see the two of they're like, and then there's the cover-up. There's the wiping of the gun. There's the putting in the hand. There's the talking back and forth. And the exiting of the room.
Okay.
It's all there.
Send to email attachment. Our friend at the police department, Detective Alvarez.
Absolutely.
Title.
And you get a text back. Who is this? What is this? What the heck?
Send him a message back going, how's the leg? How's the arm? Are you better yet?
Doing much better, damn it. What did you just send me?
It's
Just
a porno!
sent you.
I assume this is a group text type of
Yeah.
thing.
Check out the end of the video.
Just sent you a visit.
Aubergine.
Video.
You probably sent a clip.
So,
Of David
yeah.
Dalton.
Read
Supposedly suicide.
David Dalton. Read David Dalton's murder.
Suicide as listed by police. Not.
I'll
said
also attach.
Murder.
we'll attach the police report to it as well.
Why not?
Does that give you, Benny?
That was dang
You have
close.
it, Benny. And the note back is, how the hell? Thank you. Carry on.
We have skills.
Yep.
You
Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the party
I think the rest of the party goes really well. The set that
till
Ricky
the
plays-
police arrive.
Oh, yeah. And when the police do arrive at the very end of the party, there's a scattering of people who have been drinking, etc. But they come in with they don't care about the underage drinking, which would normally be a thing. They come right in, they go right up to Vance and Crystal, and they are hauled off.
Is Alvarez there?
Yeah. Oh no! He walks over to you guys.
I'll raise my cup to him. Give him a nod.
He gives you guys a nod.
I'll do the
goes,
same.
And he mouths, "Well played." And then I think with that, we're done for the evening.
What?
Well, there's
Unless you have
another
role playing to do.
no. There's another restless soul put to ease.
Yeah.
There he
My
is.
job here is done.
I
Right way of
think,
doing it as
and
well.
I think
This
that
one didn't
those of
scream
you
at
with the, I'm sorry.
At least this one didn't scream at us.
No.
Yeah, and for those of you with the ability for understanding the spirits and everything else, I think you feel a ease over the whole bit.
Looks over to Andy and nods. Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. Wow, guys. Really cool. I mean, we have lots of threads still to pull with shrunken heads and vampires and all sorts of other things to deal with. But I think that tonight went pretty well in the grand scheme of things. I think this was a really difficult one to GM, and I didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really freaking simple. But I didn't realize that everyone in the same room, it still was a split party. And so that was a fascinating one to try and play, when in my head prior I was like, oh, this is so easy.
Yeah.
So really, really cool. I thought it went well. I thought I want to say everyone had a little bit of a chance to shine. And I thought I really liked the card play. We will see how that plays out.
But have you noticed that we've had 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
We've had 2 weeks where we've not actually used our cards.
Well, and you haven't used
One
a ton
person
of
did.
bennies. One person did.
Has.
Oh,
Now,
yeah, one
I
person
will
has.
say-
I was going to, when
Waiting for
Vance
quiet.
made his way over to us, I was going to activate mine just in case it went the wrong way.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
He pulled the gun or
No,
whatever.
I think that the main thing for me is we've now had 2 weeks where we've actually completed the whole story in one night.
Not
Yeah.
too bad. And
And-
not everything has to be a combat, like John pointed out.
And
Sometimes
and
there are
more importantly,
just ghost stories.
for the last 2 weeks, I've not been shot at, poisoned, kicked, insulted directly to my face, or my
Don't
nether
worry.
regions,
Don't worry, we'll fix that shortly.
Hey,
And then he
you know,
wonders
it's
why
Sunday,
I'm cracking
Sunday's
jokes for extra
tomorrow.
I hope
bennies.
so.
Sunday's tomorrow. You know, we got 15 minutes. We could have your frat party into integration if you wanted in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Wrap
I mean-
party integration.
Sorry to extend the after
no.
show party bit,
That
but
might be
for the
more
viewers, right? You've got to appreciate this, whether you're on video or whether you're listening on podcast, right? Okay. Our dean has very kindly said, if your role play is really good, I don't mind issuing bennies as a reward. I've been
enough.
trying hard so much tonight to get those extra bennies, and I've got 2, so I'm not moaning. But the reason why they're so important for me is because I've been shot at. I'm the one who's taken all the frigging damage out of the thing, right? So I need those bennies. Now, it doesn't just stop there, though. When
I know.
we as players read the notes that our lovely Grace, played by the lovely Christine, writes up for us, not only do I get shot, kicked, and
you can find on
put
Patreon.
down, but it's also in the frigging text as well. And she highlights the fact that Rob's made this mistake. And it's like, oh my God, I can't get away from it. So it's like a double whammy.
Yeah. Well,
So
if
I might
there was
spend one of
shooting
these bennies tonight to ask Christine to put me in good light this week.
Well, just so you aware, you spent so much effort to get these extra bennies, and they're all gone next time we play.
I know.
I feel like
It's
giving them
like-
away. I don't know why.
Yeah, you give him 10. Give him 10. What the hell?
I've
33.
got 1,001 dad jokes on my laptop screen, and I can't use them because it's not that type of game. And when I go sort of like innuendo way, Anthony's like, "Oh no, don't appreciate that." But when I mention some guy's
Family show.
brains spewing all over the wall, I win loads. It's like I hit the Benny jackpot.
It was a color joke. It was it. Anyway, I like the wordplay. It made me laugh. But I appreciate all of you as players and human beings. And I
bless
actually
you.
had a fun night for a night where I really, really had gotten behind the curve for setting this up. This is one of the Savage Tales that's in the book. I modified it slightly, but at the same time, I think that it rolled fairly easily, and we did get Grace's brakes fixed. We did get to deal with some of the other things that are going on in our lives, and we did get to roll into the game. When I get a game that I really like, I like to spend the first 30 minutes to an hour with you guys' college life, because it's what makes you human beings. And I like spending the last 2 to 3 hours with the mystery. If we solve it in one shot, that's brilliant. If we don't, who cares? We'll figure it out later. We are moving towards, rapidly, Thanksgiving holiday, moving towards finals and Christmas break, where you guys will need to decide if you are flying home or if you're driving home or what you guys are doing. So start thinking about that a little bit as we move through the last little bit of the first semester of our freshman year, which has been extremely eventful. Okay.
So when we move towards that period, we should rank up, shouldn't we? Because we've only need one advance to go to the next rank.
Yes. So you guys had your midterms. You're going to have
that's
your
moved quite quick
finals.
if you think about it, hasn't it?
It has.
What's it?
So here we go.
12 weeks, and we're on the cusp of going up from novice to the next one.
Yeah, on the cusp, but not quite there. You'll get there probably at the end of the year of your freshman year, which is as it's supposed to be. I may have slightly moved it forward because you do have midterms and finals next semester. But I would say that a lot of the way that the game has progressed at this point has been based on who was available, and therefore we have really packed a heck of a lot into a semester that might have been 3 games in a semester. Okay? So don't necessarily expect every semester to be as packed with amazing things. Otherwise, holy crap, we could be playing this for 2 years, and we've got to get back to Pete's game of Pathfinder and some other things that we really want to do. So,
and don't forget, we've also got John's game of Wild Space to get back to.
Well, that's Wednesday. Actually, that's Tuesday. We're moved the other Wednesday. Absolutely. So, absolutely, and that's we're all looking forward to all of that as things become available. Thank you all. I'm saying this now because camera and everything else. Thank you for whoever's watching, and thank you for just enjoying our players doing some fun things.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.